Into the last day. Dawn of the Elimination Battle. Today is the Elimination Battle. I trust that your preparations have gone smoothly. I turned toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes his snide tongue more jarring. Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissary if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant. And then, once that's in order, I'll head to where Kodomine is. Let's go talk to Tamamo and identify this enemy. The enemy! Hey look, the incense burner is there. It is burning purple. Scent of purple. It's time. If I don't overcome my smiling, precocious enemy, the flame of life that'll be snuffed out is my own. It's kill or be killed. Both choices are terribly cruel, but I can't lose. It would be good to review all the things that have happened this week one by one. First, there was the friend who turned out to be a monster. I thought it was a berserker. Right, from the ferocious intensity that Alice's friend displayed, I was positive it was a berserker. Next, Alice erected a reality marble in the arena. It was a reality marble so large it blanketed half the arena. It had the ability to remove you from existence. That's right, Alice proclaimed that inside of it, people would forget their names. Then they would forget they existed entirely. It was scary. However, if I was to believe that the monster was her servant, then the Alices would be twin masters. According to the rules established by the Holy Grail, there can only be one master per servant. So then, how could there be two Alices and a summoned master? The answer to that puzzle is... the monster is the master! One of the Alices is the servant. Toko Alzaki pointed out to me that the berserkers are incapable of using reality marbles. Then while I was researching in the library, Alice herself said that the Jabberwock wasn't her servant. So here's my thought. It's all the same thing. The Jabberwock, the reality marble, they're part of the noble phantasm created by the other Alice. It's time for info. And then, there's the fact that Alice's very essence seems to mingle with her servants. Alice's servant can't exist without Alice's dreams, and Alice can't live without her servant. Which makes sense if she's been dead, probably a long time. Alice is stuck in a dream, always trying to grant her own last wishes. Alice's servant's identity is best described as the channel through which Alice's dreams manifest. Her subconscious! Is this my first time with Extra? No. No, it is not. Alright, time to go out. This is not at all my first time in Extra. I was one of those crazy people that had a PSP. New info! Let's take a look at it. True name, nursery rhyme. I don't know where we got that out of nowhere, but good job. Noble Phantasm, Maxwell's Demon, Maiden's Empire, the Queen's Glass Game. Boop. A story without end. A childlike finger returns to the first line. A tiny hand reaches out for the second volume, for as long as the reader denies reality. Transformation A+. I will change. I have changed. I am you while you are me. I'm going to change. I will have changed. I am you and you are me. Metamorphosis A. This is the ability to merge one's own body with the body parts of others. The higher the ranking of this skill, the further away one becomes from being considered a true hero. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That kind of stuff doesn't matter at all. Whatever you say needs to be done, I'll do as you order me to. And character background. A nursery rhyme is a children's refrain. Tom Thumb's charming picture book. The first glimpse of Mother Goose's awakening. The sorrowful me to the lonely you. Your final wish, let's make it true. All right. Let's go take care of murdering this child. It's not the first child we'll have murdered. Certainly not the last child. No Tosaka. I wonder where she is. I am thou, and thou art I. I'd say we're pretty well equipped. One more save for the road because I'm paranoid.
You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Yorokobe Shonen. Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate.
Let's go.
The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed.
No more heroes, it's kill or be killed because you gotta be number one. Best strategy, don't lose. Thanks, chat. Great help. Into the elevator. Yay, it's playtime again! What do you want to play today? Hide and seek? Tag? Or play house? Let's play house. I call being the dad. Alice wants to play tag. I'm gonna chase Oni-chan. Uh-huh. When someone runs like a bunny, I want to chase them down. It'd be sad if Oni-chan got away. We need to run fast. Fast so Oni-chan won't ever get away. Alice loves running. Alice couldn't run for a long time. Alice will run and run, but can we catch Oni-chan? We can! And when we do, off with his head! Aren't you gonna be scared to cut off his head? Sometimes even little girls have to be scary. Then we gotta make Oni-chan really scared of us. Uh-huh! Let's make Oni-chan so scared of us that he cries a pond. I'd prefer if you didn't cut my head off. Then don't get in the way. I'm not talking to you right now, Oni-chan. Alice is talking to Alice right now. That's right, Alice only talks to Alice. I thought you were the same as us. The exact same as us. I thought Alice wasn't going to be lonely anymore. If you don't like me, then I don't need you, Oni-chan. It hurts. Critical blow. Alice is the only one Alice needs. She's the only Alice for Alice. You're not my Alice, Oni-chan. I don't need you anymore, Oni-chan. You're in the way now. Hey, my master's talking to you, little brats! Master, don't say anything to those girls again. If you get bored, you can talk to me instead. But if you want to play with us, then just this one time I'll play with you, Oni-chan. You're so nice, Alice. Then Alice will play with Oni-chan too. Let's have a lot of fun. Don't run away again, okay? Alice, we're kind of in a war here. War? Nuh-uh, Alice doesn't like that. We only like playing. It's so much fun to play with Alice. I'm super duper happy. Alice loves to play with Alice. I'm super duper happy. Oni-chan, you're not our friend, but we'll play with you just for today. We'll all have fun together. Let's be happy together. I feel bad about having to kill them. The elevator vibrates to a halt. We're there. Alice wants to thank you for playing lots and lots this week. Alice had so much fun. Uh-huh. We haven't had so much fun in a long, long time. Alice is happy and says thank you too. But we're all done playing with you now, Oni-chan. Alice wants to play with just Alice now. I don't need you anymore, Oni-chan. I'm gonna miss you, but it's time to say bye-bye. What do we say next? You forgot already? It goes like this. Now, good Tom Thumb, your work is done. The tale is at its end. May dreams of dark embrace your heart. Night's curtain does descend. With great mirth, I'll cut off your head. Life from your body rend. If they want a head so badly, why don't they cut off one of their own heads? They have a spare. If you want to go head hunting too, Master, I'm more than happy to collect theirs. Tamamo channeling her inner Ushiwaka-maru. Just today, I'll let you play with us, says Nursery Rhyme. Oh! Oh my god. She called Tamamo grandma. Okay, so Tamamo basically said, my master doesn't need to play with anyone else. I'm just fine. I'm more than enough for him on my own. Then Servant Alice said, but there's plenty of room for us to play. Besides, he probably doesn't want to play with you anyway, Oba-sama, as in old lady. Then Master Alice said, Alice, you can't say things like that. She can't help her age. To which Tamamo replies, all right then, I'm going to murder the both of you. Oh, damn. That's some, ooh. That is some hot fire. Oh, they're dead. So, I want to point out something about facing Nursery Rhyme. Nursery Rhyme always follows a set pattern. And being a caster is really weak to physical attacks. So if you have a physically strong servant, you will crush her fast. Unfortunately, I do not have a physically strong servant. So here we are. Let's cast some fucking spells, baby. And then it should be double up, and then it should be the other one, break. So you know what? Let's just, oops. Beat the ever-loving shit out of her. Dragon Skillet. Ah! White Queen's Enigma. Yeah, Nero, like, per physical hit is going to do like 1,000 damage almost. It's disgusting how fast Nero clears this fight. Like, I think that if you do the right sequence each time, then Nero will clear this fight in 2 sequences, maybe 1 sequence. Nero really annihilates this fight. Nero annihilates this fight harder than any other in the game. So, this will be break, break, ending with guard. So attack, attack, a guard, guard, or is it attack, guard, attack, guard? Oh no, I know this is going to be an attack. This is probably a guard. Anyway, cast spells. Tamamo cast spells, do damage. Tanoshii wa? Nursery Rhyme says as she pulls out a gun. Yeah, this is peak Tamamo gaming now, baby. Just stun the shit out of him. Oh. It's hard to fight back when you're stunned every turn. At this point, we're not even going to, At this point, we're not even going to see her MP. I'll tell you what her MP is, though. Her MP is good. Her MP does damage to you and fully heals her. It always comes out after a set number of turns, like 7 or something. And that being said, the only way to really see her NP is to do no damage. Is to do absolutely no damage. And even if I did nothing but physical attacks with Tamamo, I would still do enough damage to kill her because it takes a lot of turns. You have to basically not attack. I was interested in seeing what it did once, so I did that once. And, yeah. At least I don't know if it's a full heal, but it does heal her. Let me see, what's she ending on? Guard? So it's going to start with a break or an attack. Actually, I think we're just going to kill her, so. Let's just kill her. What if we just spam skills? It's a full heal? Okay. Again, even not trying to deal damage to her, you're going to deal damage to her because she's a caster with very, very low defense. So, even in a playthrough in which I'm like, all right, I want to see what her NP is, I'm not going to hit her, you still hit her a few times now and again while, like, guarding through stuff here and there, and eventually do some damage. So she healed at least half her health. She lost half her health just through me defending against her, trying to see the NP on the playthrough I did. So yeah, honestly, Nursery Rhyme is probably the easiest servant fight in the game. It's the one servant fight that is like a break. Every other servant fight is kind of rough. In one way or another, but this one is just a breeze. Okay then. Sad music.
Huh? We're disappearing. Oh, it's over already.
Servant Alice firmly grasps Master Alice's hand. They cling to each other. Their voice is plaintive.
Alice was alone for so long. Nobody noticed me. I had no home and I was sad for a long, long time. Then Alice found Alice to belong to, and we were so happy. We even had a home. That was all we needed, forever and ever, just like this. That's all we needed. So why does it have to end? Why did they take our happiness away? Shh, it's okay.
Alice gives a small smile.
Alice already knew that everything would go bye-bye. I don't remember very well, but I'm probably already dead. My body isn't in that hospital anymore. Alice is like a box with nothing inside of it. There wasn't ever anything there since the beginning. Yeah, even back in the hospital, there was no Alice left inside Alice. No one noticed Alice. I was alone. It hurt. No one treated Alice like a person. It was the same after Alice came to Wonderland, too. Alice was so alone. That's why I know that my home here and my Alice will all go far away soon. But, Oni-chan, you cared about Alice, didn't you?
I'm not a heartless bastard, I can't say it. Yes.
Uh-huh. You always paid attention to Alice, Oni-chan. It's 'cause you're like Alice, Oni-chan. Except you still have a real place to go home to somewhere. Thank you, Alice, for being my friend. For always being with me. And thank you, Oni-chan, for seeing Alice, for playing with Alice. I really wanted to play a little more, but bye-bye.
With a sound like the crumbling of sugar, Alice glitters for a moment. And then she's gone.
I am a reflection. This time, I was Alice in the looking glass. Even if I'm summoned in the next war, I won't be the Alice I am now. I'm always someone's fanciful creation. The real Alice is a mystery, but being Alice's servant made me happy.
Right before she crumbles away, a single drop falls from her eye.
Why am I crying? When I know that even if I cry, I'll never be the real thing.
We sad time hours now. The licorice girl chases after her sweet master. I should be used to the harsh rules of the Holy Grail War by now, but I can't desensitize myself. If this is natural, then this system is twisted at its core. and so the girl disappeared. I didn't wish for her to die. I didn't wish for anything, but I still led to her death. And this is the third death I've caused. The rules of the Holy Grail War demand that I kill, but that girl will never see another day because of me. The guilt weighs real heavily on my soul.
You're lamenting over the death of your opponent.
A warm, caring voice breaks through my gloom.
The loss of life is a sad affair, especially if it's a consequence of the ruthlessness of war.
Ruthlessness? I think pointlessness would be more accurate.
Point taken. However, you fight because you have no other choice. You either kill or die. There's no mercy to be found in war, and the sadness of causing death is still there. But humanity dreams of the Holy Grail's power. They entrust their hopes to a higher power. They do this because they know that they aren't capable of doing what is best for all.
More so than death, this fact is what saddens me the most, said Leo. That's really pathetic. People who can't save themselves, and us who are already damned? Those words ring of someone who sees themselves as a savior of a world in chaos.
Wait before you pass judgment. I was born and raised to be king of the world. I'll remember your grief and her pain so that one day none will have to die for nothing. I have joined this battle in order to end the world's cycle of suffering and deprivation. Once control is restored, I can put an end to the conflicts brought on by scarcity and want. Isn't that what you desire? For your grief and her death to have meaning? In a perfect society, all people must be equal. To save the world, there must be equilibrium.
That's some communist talk right there. Though his ideas are poisonous, there's a seductiveness to his words that's hard to ignore. Or maybe his ideas are what's needed to heal a fractured world. The boy's oddly comforting voice lifts my spirits, which had sunk after Alice's death.
What a way to comfort someone. This person's totally clueless. Being bombastic helps nothing.
Suddenly forcing her way into the conversation was none other than Rin. The unrestrained hatred in her voice perfectly matches the animosity of her expression.
I overheard your little spiel. It's what I'd expect from the plutocratic Harway family. I care about all. I wish nothing more than to see a world where everyone is their place. And of course, that place is under your rule, with you deciding who lives and who dies, correct? Your world is a place where you alone decides whether a child can be fed or left to starve. Where a person's entire life is dictated by the whims of the Harway family's desires. However, you're not a god. If you want to live as you do now forever, go ahead. I don't care. But for me, I cannot and will not accept things as they currently are. If you wish to build a country dominated by saints, fine. Just leave humanity out of it. So my information about you being a potential insurgent was correct after all, Miss Tosaka. You assume I don't understand your position and that you're wrong. However, you need to realize the efficient distribution of resources depends on proper management. I can assure you that my family has no plans to stockpile goods for financial gain. Once you see how we rule, you'll understand our grand design for the well-being of humanity. I'm aware of the Harway plan for prosperity. Everyone in their place with no place for dissent. A paradise based on stasis and class immobility. No change and no hope for a better future. Stability at the expense of hope and joy. A world where people don't live, only merely exist. I mock anyone who'd choose that path. Living as merely one of the flock doesn't appeal to me. Miss Tosaka, that is because you have an inherent strength that the masses lack. Perhaps it is good to feel that you're in a fight to preserve your very existence. However, would you wish for all of mankind to suddenly be given the same strength? I mean, that is... Of course you wouldn't. You're all too aware of your selfishness and your pride. Because of that, you could not share your pain with those without the strength to bear it. I could and would. I'm not as soft-hearted as you make me out to be. Is that so? You will always help those in need. Your compassion will lead to your defeat.
It's true, she's been helping me a whole lot. She's a good girl. Pat the Rin.
What did you just say? Nundaste? Joy is ephemeral. In order to save humanity, you must first be willing to let them die. The world needs a strong leader, Ms. Tosaka. And once I gain the power of the Holy Grail, I will be the one true king, and my virtue will illuminate the darkness that engulfs the world. The European plutocrats control 30% of the world, and none have voiced their discontent. Opposition to our rule comes from outside the farm, to expand on your analogy a little. In short, either join the flock, or be slaughtered. Our current view is that the populations of the Asian region are expendable. Of course, we have plans to integrate that region should they choose to support our aims.
Man, this is turning into Code Geass really quickly. When did the giant mecha show up?
To think we agree on something. Okay, I understand perfectly now. What exactly do you understand? That I was right in entering the Holy Grail War this time around. So, Leonard Bistorio Harway, heir apparent to the head of the plutocratic Harway family, I swear to you that I will crush your delusions of genocide and despotic rule. To be perfectly clear, you intend to kill me. Seeing as I seriously doubt that anything short of taking your life would stop you, yes. I see. I have faith that someone of your intellect will understand one day. Or maybe you already do. Talk about stubborn. I can't fault your dedication to your megalomaniacal delusions, though.
Ah, I love the word megalomaniacal. Rin's open declaration of war. I don't think it'll escalate hostilities the way it did with Julius. Leo has chosen his path, and she has done so as well. Their battles will be fought within the Holy Grail War. One will win, the other will die. And then those two will eventually disappear. Only I, who has nothing, will remain. Leo's plans, Rin's determination. I have nothing to fight for yet. I have nothing to fight for, and yet I continue to fight and kill. Unlike the real world, I can feel the weight of this virtual world pressed down on me. Even so, I will find a reason. I don't care what that reason is. It could be Tamamo's thighs. It's still a reason. Of course it's not that simple. There's no time. It'll all end when the 4th round begins. I can't lie to myself any longer. I cannot continue knowing it's all for nothing. I'm worth something. I have to fight on. If my opponents must die so I can live, so be it. I have nothing to base that assertion on. Right now I have nothing. I am nothing. That's why I need to find a reason for all of this. Any reason, even if it's a bad one. Just as long as it's nothing I'd be ashamed of when it comes time to face my opponents. I fight you in the name of Tamamo's fluffy tail. Alright, let's read up on the rest of the information about Nursery Rhyme here. Strength E, Defense E, Agility E, Magic E, Luck E. Yes, Nursery Rhyme is, I would say, the weakest servant in the Holy Grail War. Her only good thing she has is her Noble Phantasm is really good. But other than that, she's really bad. On top of that, the worst part about it is her Noble Phantasm only happens after like 7 turns. And by the time you get to her, anyone should be able to kill her within 7 turns. Alright, we've already read that. Alright, Nursery Rhyme. Nursery Rhyme is not a hero in the traditional sense. Rather, it is a general term for any picture book that has managed to manifest itself into a corporeal existence. The genre itself, deeply loved by the children of England, came into being as a reaction to the half-voiced dreams of the young, and eventually emerged as a servant who became a champion of the innocent. It formed the foundation for perhaps the best-known work from the author known as Lewis Carroll. His book, Alice in Wonderland, began as a series of simple rhymes told to the daughters of a family friend while rowing down the River Thames on a warm summer day. The servant nursery rhyme is actually a type of reality marble. It projects the true feelings of its master and creates a pseudo-servant in a form imagined by the one who summoned it. Alright. We have defeated the nursery rhyme. Thus ends another week. Let's save.